Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had so many questions. How do we record an episode? Where do we find background music? How do we get our show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places that people like to listen? And where do we find advertisers? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. And best of all, it's 100% free and 100% ridiculously easy to use. Anchor makes it simple to get up and running. You can upload and schedule your podcasts ahead of time. It publishes to all the major podcast platforms. You can easily check your stats. I could go on, but instead, why don't you go and get started? Go to anchor.fm/start to join the e-commerce minute and a diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. We can't wait to hear your podcast.
It's the E-commerce Minute, your daily dose of e-commerce, tech, and retail news with your hosts, Bart Mraz and John Suter. The E-commerce Minute is a production of Sumo Heavy, a digital commerce consulting firm in Brooklyn, New York, and Philadelphia. Find us on the web at sumoheavy.com. It's E-commerce Minute episode 258.
In today's episode, RideSafe is insurance for Uber and Lyft passengers.
Next time you grab an Uber or Lyft, you can now get insurance for the ride. Ride-sharing passengers will now be able to purchase on-demand, per-day accident and death coverage insurance via a new smartphone app. The service is called RideSafe and was developed by startup Sure Incorporated. Sure teamed up with insurer Chubb, one of the world's biggest property casualty insurers, to create the insurance product to cover customers for medical and other costs associated with accidents while using rideshare services. Chubb will underwrite Sure's ride-sharing policies, which will pay up to $10,000 in medical costs per accident and include a $100,000 death benefit, the firm said. RideSafe works by connecting a customer's Uber or Lyft account to the Sure Insurance app, and once coverage is initially authorized, the passenger's ride is automatically insured. The insurance costs $2.40 for a 24-hour period. RideSafe is available in 38 states. Ride-sharing customers in the U.S. are typically covered by the rideshare company's general liability insurance. According to Uber's website, customers are covered for up to $1 million of coverage per accident. The payout from Sure's policies could help customers cover high deductibles and fill in any gaps liability insurance would not cover. The product launch follows an announcement in December that Waymo LLC, the driverless car unit of Google parent Alphabet, has teamed with California technology startup Trav Incorporated to cover future passengers for lost and damaged property and for injuries. Chubb and other companies are riding the wave of popularity of ride-sharing services as traditional auto insurance products look to be threatened by disruptive technologies like ride-sharing and autonomous vehicles. Currently, U.S. car insurance businesses for individuals is a $200 million per year business.
What?
I was waiting for that one.
I don't know how I feel about this, by the way.
It's just another way for people to take your money.
Well, here's the thing is like, how are they underwriting this, right? Because if you have coverage, like, you know how sometimes like you have one policy, but if there's a second policy, that first policy doesn't really work, and the second, like, there's a lot more of it, right? Like, to me, this is like an extra expense or an extra thing that people are just going to make money off of that and will never pay out. Because if you get an accident with Uber or Lyft, they have to pay out first, no matter what.
Right. So you think that because of the policies built into the rideshare services, that once they get paid, then these guys have no chance of ever paying out.
Yeah, I'm just not sure. I mean, obviously I don't work in insurance, but
yeah, I don't either.
I play one on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night. I just don't understand. Like, that's just I don't know. I feel silly. Like, it's also like I wish people did better job of. I know this is gonna be a rant, but like on rental cars, right? Like Zipcar or any one of those. I see that coverage, right? Zipcar has a policy that you pay yearly for, but I wish there was somehow to do it when you do rental cars, because I don't own a car, but I rent a lot of cars when I travel. Like, you can use the rental company's insurance, but that's pretty expensive. So, if a product like that existed for rental cars, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, this is interesting. So you rent a lot of cars, so you wind up getting whacked by the, hi, would you like to take the extra coverage for $25 a day on the car?
Oh, whatever that is. Yeah, it depends.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, it depends what I'm doing.
Oh, because you don't have regular car insurance.
I don't have a car insurance. I don't have a car. Somebody like Zipcar, you have full coverage pretty much for like whatever the yearly cost is. which is fine.
But when you go to Hertz, you got to pay. You're getting whacked by whatever the lady at the counter says.
Yeah, I mean, some of your credit cards kind of cover a little bit, which is fine. And in reality, most of the time when I do rent a car, it's actually a business trip, so our company insurance does cover it. But still, it makes it interesting. Anyway, I think this is silly. I might be wrong.
Well, maybe not silly because see, Uber and Lyft would still have to pay out even though you don't have general auto insurance. So either way, their liability insurance would still step in before anything else.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like I said, I don't work insurance. Maybe it's something I feel like on surface, like real surface, it's just people trying to make money.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, ride sharing's not going away. This could become a giant business. But again, how can Uber and Lyft be in business without having that type of insurance?
They have to have it
already. So
absolutely, they absolutely have to have it.
All right, interesting point of view, Bart. This hadn't really occurred to me when I was doing this story.
You own a car.
I own a car, and my insurance just went up. I have a big Post-it note on my computer. Call unnamed insurance company because suddenly my insurance went up $65, and I have no idea why.
Is it the stupid lizard or is it somebody else?
It's not the lizard. It's the lady. It's the lady.
It's the lady.
It's the lady.
Ah!
It's the lady. I love the lady's commercials, but I don't know what's going on. So the lady's going to get a call as soon as I hang up with this podcast. So insurance companies will be collecting the data while the shift towards autonomous vehicles occurs. I don't know how far away that is. In Europe, it's probably a lot closer than it is here. Who knows what's going to happen in the next couple of years, but insurance companies, I think this is them just trying to say, okay, the auto insurance landscape is changing. What can we do in new innovative ways to keep taking that money out of the person's pocket? All right. Got anything else, Bart?
I have no comment.
No comment from Bart. All right. That's your e-commerce minute for today. We'll see you on the internet tomorrow. That's it for today's show. If you like the show, do us a favor and subscribe or leave us a review on iTunes. And don't forget, you can now listen to the e-commerce minute on your Amazon device. Just add e-commerce minute to your flash briefing. And finally, if you have a comment or suggestion or just want to say hi, find us on social media @Sumo Heavy.